So welcome to Eating Vegan with Barry and Maxine. Today we're going to show you how to eat vegan our way. Eat with brisket and ribs. Hey up YouTube, it's ThemeParkBazza here with...
This is Bazza.
And today is a special day. We're having a night away.
Yeah. Somewhere
special we'll show you in a minute with Maxine. But as there's several libations that will probably take place in the next 48 hours, we are setting ourselves up first for a healthy hearty breakfast start to somewhere that we've just found literally 90 minutes ago when we were Googling on our way to our destination. So let's take you to the World Cafe.
If I could, I would push rewind. It's my fault. I'll give you my heart. You can crush it. Moving on. I'll be on my way if you want it. I surrender to you. Yes, I am waving the white flag. I surrender to you. Yes, I am waving the white flag.
What do you think then, Max, on the World Cafe?
That was pretty good.
Pretty good. It was probably a little pricey.
A little expensive.
Like what it was, the price.
Well,
for
the breakfast was a bit pricey.
Yeah, the sandwiches are really good. If you get the breakfast sandwiches, they were good value. Lots of people coming in and out. It felt a bit like, to me, a market cafe, shooting on polystyrene plates and plastic knives and forks. But big pot of tea, as you saw. And there was a bit of a rainstorm when we were in there, as you saw, so it was a good chance to shelter. Where it is actually is basically right across from the Avanti. So this is the Gator Golf, and down here is Murphy's Irish Bar. So when we did our walk down iDrive, I put a link to it. We're kind of the north of iDrive, and if you're going into somewhere like Universal like we are, you can just drive up the road here and head up to Universal. It's only like 5 minutes up there. And to be honest, if you compare the breakfast in like the one of the themed ones, what's the ones in
Broomsticks.
The 3 broomsticks or whatever, they're about 18 or 20 bucks for an English breakfast. So if you're going to fill your boots before you go in the park, this is not a bad way to do that, especially the breakfast sandwiches, which were 7 or 8 bucks, as Maxine said. But we are now, that probably told you where we're going, that's a bit of a secret. But we're going to go and check in to our destination for this evening. So down here we are parked near the, what's it called, the Planet one, Bargain Planet, tourist shop and the African Cafe, so it's a good parking area down here. And we are off to check in. And where are we going to check in, do you say? Well, we are in a parking garage. We come away to a parking garage for the weekend. No, that's not the case. This is the parking garage, but where we are staying is...
I've got issues, 'cause I fell in love with you. Doesn't make sense, but it's true. I can't help myself, gotta get help, 'cause I can't deal with my issues. Make me feel alive, but confused. Should've spent more time on you. I know that you heard, leave me in the dirt, gonna leave me with my issues, gonna leave me with my issues, gonna leave me with my issues.
So we are at the Lowe's Portofino Hotel, which is a bit of a splurge for us. We don't normally kind of spend this money for one night, but we'll explain why. There's a hack here. There's an express pass hack that you should all know about and maybe use if you're coming down here. But we just checked in. It's in the morning, a little bit later than we planned, as always. We plan to be about... You can check in from 7 AM because what happens is your room key becomes an unlimited express pass for the park from the day you check in till midnight on the day you leave. So basically we have it all day today, which is a Friday, and all day tomorrow, which is a Saturday, to use them. So we're going to head over on the water taxi to the park. We're going to go on some rides, and then we'll come back here later in the day when our rooms are ready, and we'll give you a tour of the room and tell you a little bit more about our reasoning behind spending so much money for one night in a hotel. I like the way here in Portofino Bay how they've got the boats are actually a lot smaller to give forced perspective on the buildings, a lot bigger than what they are. So very tiny boats. But I have a colleague used to work with who was in Italy, who had been to Portofino Bay, and he basically said this was perfect replica. You would think you're actually there if you walk down. So I've never been to Portofino Bay, but apparently this is pretty good. But yeah, like little tricks they play to make everything look a little more in perspective.
Remember the good days. I wish that we could go back. I know I'm not perfect, but at least give me a try. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough, 'cause you're the best, you know. I'm sorry for making you feel like you're not good enough. Give me a chance, yeah baby, try, try, try. Just one more night, then make up your mind, mind, mind. Please don't say that it's goodbye, bye, bye. If you just believe it, I know we can make it.
Just chatting with the water taxi driver. He's been doing that job for 18 years. He reckons he's done over 200,000 dockings of that thing, because the way they swing that in is quite impressive. But like he says, he's had a lot of practice.
Give up that easily. I wanna see you be mad, yeah, get mad at me. I'm sorry.
I don't think we're going on velocicoaster yet. Looking at the line, you can see the extended line down there. All the folks that's waiting, I think it's down at the moment, delayed. But you can see the people in the queue outside. That's a long wait. We're going to go and see if Hagrid's is good to go. You have to scan this code to be able to get on Hagrid's with the new virtual line system. Looking busy, busy.
For the health and safety of everyone, we encourage you to continue to maintain social distance between you and other travel parties.
Just a warning, this virtual line stuff is a bit of a pain, because unless you've got the QR code in front of you, you can't get to the page. It doesn't work from here. And because you take it with a camera on your phone, then you don't have it with you. So how do you go back and check if you can get on? It's not a very good idea, Universal. So we've got to go and find a board somewhere near the ride to be able to get a QR code to be able to go and see if we can get on the ride. That's not really good. So we're going to use our express pass and get on to Forbidden Journey. Normal wait time is, it's only 40 minutes I think, for normal wait time. But the bypass bridge is open for the first time in a long time. We're trying to get on velocicoaster and Hagrid's first, because you can't use the express pass for those. They're the only two. Yeah, this bypass bridge being open just take the pressure off the other bridge over there going into Hagrid's, and that can get a real bottleneck when you're going in there. But yeah, velocicoaster is down at the moment. So there we go, we just come off velocicoaster. So as good as ever, isn't it, Max?
It is.
We played the right strategy there. We went and had a drink inside the Discovery Centre while the ride was down, and as soon as we saw it come back up, we jumped down. It was like 35-minute wait by the time we came down. It's now already at 75. So that was a good strategy. That was the first ride of the day. I didn't get on the front row yet, and here it comes again. Didn't get on the front row yet because we went single rider, but we're going to come back probably later this evening and try and get on a night ride. I think a night ride on that would be pretty good. So.
Just the locals, folks. nothing to worry about. Don't let them rattle you with all that Kong mumbo jumbo. That's just a legend. Okay, we get the message. Kong is king.
We just got off Kong. We waited about 13 minutes. And main line was about 40. We didn't mention before it was about 3 minutes, 4 minutes to get on. What do you call it? Forbidden Journey. I also get that one. So that's pretty good on the Express Pass. Kong, the ride where they never filmed an outro. Suddenly, Jane's all right. Yeah. At the end, if you've been on the ride, you know what I'm talking about. So we enjoyed that. We're going to keep walking round anti-clockwise and head to the next one. We wanted to do some of the water rides, but we found out that here it's $4 for every ride you go on to use a locker, but maximum of 90 minutes. And then it's another whatever dollars about that, so maximum won't pay additional, but it's a lot, it's $4 per ride. So we were going to do a couple of the water rides, but we decided to give those a skip. Hello Tracy Arnold, there is a Betty Boop shop here in Islands of Adventure. We'll take you in for a look. So we think it may be time for a little bit of a Spider-Man. It's the wait line, it says.
40 minutes.
And exit through the gift shop, as you do. Gotta say, Universal have upped the game on the special effects, haven't they, again? It's amazing you didn't notice through COVID what a difference it makes having all the sprays and the smokes. Same on the Harry Potter ride as well, wasn't it? Oh dear, I'm sat here under Hulk waiting for Maxine, who's gone on a ride, and they're evacuating everybody through the gate here and saying nobody knows what's happened, and Maxine hasn't come back yet, so she may be being evac'd on the Hulk. By the way, if you don't know, this is a nice seating area as you exit the Hulk. Just before you get back to the main area, there's two benches here. I always grab these as a nice breeze coming through, and the people exit the ride from over there, and this lot that are coming through are just being evac'd out of the line. So yeah, we'll see if and when Maxine comes back. So what happened? The ride went down?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
They evac everybody in the line. They came out here. Yeah? And then there's people running around saying, what's happened, what's happened? And I thought, well, Maxine.
No, we're going back closer out to the station.
Right. Going back on again?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. So the way to get to Hagrid's is you have to remember the URL for the website. I did manage to get us one, Max.
Oh, did you?
But it doesn't give you an option. It says we've got to return by 6:20. Must be used by 6:18 p.m. for 2 guests. But the only way you can get it is you have to remember this, if I can get back to it, this website, if you were here, VTest Universal Orlando, whatever, to be able to do it. You can reschedule if you need to. I tried rescheduling to a later time. So I could move it along here and it'll try. I was trying to get for like 7 o'clock, so it'd be dark, 7:30, and then you say reschedule, and then it comes back with the nearest time, which is still used by 6:18 p.m. So we'll see. We're eating at 5, so we may be okay to come back here by then. So we are leaving Islands of Adventure now for our tea. A little top tip here, I left it quite late to book, and it's really hard to get a lot of restaurants. You really need to be booking at least 2 to 3 weeks in advance. Don't just think you can walk up to anywhere on City Walk and get a spot. And actually we wanted to change our reservation. It is currently for 5 o'clock, and we wanted to push it to 7 o'clock so we could have some time to get on Hagrid's. But they had 1 spot available, and that was 10 p.m. So we're going to go for the 5 o'clock. I have cancelled my virtual pass. Maxine got one as well. Hers was like half an hour after mine. But they keep bringing them forward. It's not like a fixed time. It's like come back at 7. Then your next time you look, it's like, oh, come back at 7:15. Next time it's come back at 6:15. So I've cancelled mine and took another one up, which is an hour later. So I think mine now is 7:15. Maxine's is 6:30. So we're going to go to NBC Grill, have something to eat, and then we'll head back into the park to get on Hagrid's. So in the grill and sports bar, you've got to use the QR code. You can put your phone on that if you want to see it. I'm gonna have a sample of a couple of different beers because I don't know what they're like here. Max has already ordered a cocktail. What did you get?
Raspberry Julie.
Raspberry Julie. So we got seated straight away, which helps based on the time we have got for the Hagrid's. So we'll see how good this is. Tried a couple of the local beers, but they're very hoppy. Don't like too hoppy, so I'm going to go with a Bass from the UK and a glass of water. So I got myself a pint of Bass Ale. Let's try that. That hits the spot. What about you, Max?
Right.
You haven't tried it yet? Think?
Very raspberry.
So Mum, Maxine says this tastes like a Raspberry Collins. They used to like, so you'd like it.
Bonefish.
At the Bonefish. And the heat's really bad here because it's evaporated really quickly. So may have to get another one.
What a shame.
What a shame. Not sure if you can see this with the lighting, but we have a great view here and the lights coming from the outside. You can see Universal Studios, we can see people walking in and out. We can see the globe spinning over there. We can see Rocket, we can see the Hard Rock, and then over in the distance we can see Velocicoaster just cresting the top hat over there. So this is a very nice seat here in the NBC Sports Grill. So I got the brisket platter with fries, coleslaw and cornbread, and Maxine got the half rack of ribs with chips. I got chips as well, did I mention that? So we're going to tuck into these, and we have another pint of Bass on the way. Disaster averted. We have another pint of Bass. All is good. With a proper head on it. Look at that. Northern head. So welcome to Eating Vegan with Barry and Maxine. Today we're going to show you how to eat vegan our way. Eat with brisket and ribs. I love our server because everything we have is the best, isn't it? That's my favourite cocktail. That's my favourite dish. I'll serve it. Everything's the best. Just makes me smile. And to prove I do eat vegetables, I'm now going to have a mouthful of coleslaw. And we're done. Max had said you'd heard mixed reviews about this place, but what we pretty good there. They have a huge upstairs that's not even manned at the moment, so I'm assuming that's a staffing thing. But there's a space as big as downstairs, upstairs completely empty. Which is where the bathrooms are, if you wonder how I knew. So we're making out Maxine, she's somehow changed the settings on her phone. And she now has some interesting languages.
Manage input languages. English, French.
Turn them off.
Off.
Take it back now.
Ta-da!
So it's $75.51. 2 main courses and 2 beers for me and a cocktail for Maxine. So not cheap, but not just the prices. So your thoughts on the meal there, Max?
Oh, it's pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed mine. How about you?
That's good.
Not a bad price. But yeah, there was actually a discount on top for an annual pass holders we didn't know about, another 10%. That was good. So we're now walking back over to Islands to get our Hagrid's virtual pass. But we've both got one, so here's a tip: you can get one each, and then you can both use them if you can get them, so you can get on and get off again. So mine's about half an hour behind Maxine's, so we're going to see if we can make Maxine's first, and then get mine after, aren't we, Max?
Yeah.
Down in the corner.
Food coma.
Food coma.
Brain and legs aren't working.
Yeah. Get going, Max. Get going.
Look at my hair. Oh boy.
As you can see, we're a bit wet. We got on Hagrid's okay, but on the last part of Hagrid's the rain came down and we got soaked in there, screaming to get into the station. Get us in, get us in. And the poor people on the bike behind us, so the train behind us, were like soaked. So everything is stopped at the moment, thunderstorm. We do have the second virtual, it's my first. We do have the second virtual ticket that's now delayed because the ride is delayed. So we still might be able to use it again on the second time. But we're all sat here sort of trying to dry out and wait for Hagrid to come back up again.
I know I messed up. Yeah, I know I did you wrong. But I learned my lesson. Now what if we could move on? Remember
what room are we in, Max?
days.
2462, which is, looks like it's over here in the hospitality wing. So that's where you come in, the reception area.
But at least give me a try.
Hello, we just finally got here. Well, we'll talk about the hotel and some of the issues we've had with it, but let's give you a room tour so far. So you come in the door, you have coffee tea maker, ice container. We have some storage here, I guess, wardrobe. Alright, with ironing board. We have a bathroom here, which has 2 sinks, shower. It's quite nice actually, quite nice and modern. Separate toilet. And then down here we have twin beds, TV unit, desk, chair. And our view outside is over kind of a bocce ball and a pool and jacuzzi, I think. So we are wet through. We're soaking wet. So the question is, why are we splashing out to pay a lot of money for a hotel room, which we're probably going to stay in for 12 hours or not, or less? And you know, you can get these rooms for silly prices. We got them as a residence rate. So we paid about $400 for one night, which is like Tim Tracker prices. So why are we paying so much money for one night when you're only going to stay in the room for 12 hours? Well, the reason is the Unlimited Express Pass. So what that does is allow us to go on all the rides, apart from things like Velocicoaster and Hagrid's, as many times as we want and take the priority line. And I'll just put a picture up here of the cost of that. So if you were to get it per person, per day, on this particular date, I think it was about $260. And tomorrow, it's going to be $310. So you sort of have a park ticket. Each. And then if you want the express pass each, you have to do that. But if you get a room here at the hotel, then, and you can have up to 4 people in a room, everybody in the room gets a key, which gives them an express pass. So it's a bit of a hack for the system, you know, for a one-night sort of special to, if you really want to make the most of Universal. We'll let you know at the end of the second vlog if we think it's worthwhile or not, but this is why we tried this. We're at the end of today. We're pretty bushed out now. We'll probably have a shower, go have a cocktail, and then go to bed. So thank you very much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you for watching. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. It does help the channel. And we will see you in part 2 in the next vlog. Bye.
See